I've been brainstorming a lot of different ideas for stream. I've been so excited to be back into it all. It's been so nice. But yeah. Oh, speaking of stream, I noticed the other day, it was like a conundrum I brought up and I just couldn't stop thinking about. On the Lego stream the other day, I was like, I don't know why, but in my head, I had it convinced that 2025 was gonna be an amazing year for shit coming out. But then when I proceeded to make one Google search to try and find out what was coming out, because I didn't have a list ready, I couldn't find anything, so I immediately concluded that I was wrong. But I was just like, I swear I had a reason to think that. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm not like completely at fault of like, sometimes I will just see one thing and be like, damn, that's crazy. This is gonna be the best month ever, it's crazy. You know, like just kind of overly optimistic. Be overly optimistic, that's the word, about whatever it is. And you know, so like it was entirely possible that I just saw like one trailer and just assumed that the year was going to be goated. But you know, given that this year, good old year of our Lord 2025, it's got some interesting let's say interesting plot lines going on right now. Considering the global and economic state of the world right now. I like looked into it. I was like, what is there to look forward to, you know, in 2025? And I actually had like a little like thing. I was like, I'll make a little list. Make like a little list just so I can like itemize out and be more conscious about what am I looking forward to, you know? Let's put a list behind that thought instead of just seeing, you know, the Superman trailer and being like 2025 is saved, you know? But yeah, I was looking through it, right? And you have like the heavy hitters. Don't look at this. I spoiled it for myself. But it's like, yeah, you know, the heavy hitters. You got like should be on there. You got your typical ones, right? You got your GTA 6 is coming out, and apparently I looked this up, right? Because like, I mean, I've heard the story a million times, right? I've heard everyone been like, oh, there's no way it's coming out in 2026. You know, it's the modern gaming landscape. So, you know, every date they say, just add like 6 months at least, and then you'll maybe have a half-finished game that they will fix in, you know, DLC. But apparently, well, I googled this a day ago, and like less than 24 hours ago, basically, GTA 6 is reconfirmed for fall 2025. You know, the company itself, you know, Take-Two CEO insists we feel really. I assume that means good, but I'm not going to give any of these articles my business. You know, just the general consensus is that there was an official statement, again, how much you could trust that is up to you, by the company itself making GTA 6 that it will come out in 2025. So that's a ding in the basket for 2025 for sure, right? But I also found it was kind of funny. A game that I played a lot, at least as a kid, was COD Black Ops 2. Apparently that's a game that's set in 2025. And I was just like, I don't know, that's a little fucking tidbit. I was just like Googling shit at random. But it seems like they got, you know, the general climate. They got the climate of the era pretty correct, right? You know, in the year 2025, special operations teams. What the fuck was the plot again? There was a part that said it, right? Yeah, 3 decades later, in 2025, right? He stages a cyber attack that cripples the Chinese stock exchange. In response, the Chinese ban the export of rare earth elements, fermenting the start of a new Cold War between the Chinese-led Strategic Defense Coalition and the US-led NATO. And people taking advantage of this standoff use it to feed their own oligarchical needs. Damn, COD, you didn't have to call it out like that. You know, it's a bit mad-libbed, you know, a bit couple of words were fluffed out, you know, a couple adjectives were exchanged. But they got the gist. They got the gist surprisingly correct. But, you know, it's not all sad things. It's not all sad things. Speaking of the whole not sad things, I need to pause the music because I forgot. Hello? There we go. I have been fucking, I mean, I'm late to the party, you know, late as to everybody, but I have had basically one thing on my mind. Speaking of 2025 releases, the goddamn Fantastic Four trailer came out, and I feel like it's just, it's a Twitch streamer's right to just at least mention it. You know, I'm not gonna do the reaction thing. Should I do the reaction thing? I'm not gonna do the reaction. I'm gonna look through it. But it's just like, I just love the aesthetic. I just love this. I mean, to my nerd-pilled fucking MCU brain, like, you know, dude mind, right? I've mentioned a couple times that I've had the misfortune of involuntarily hyperfixating on Marvel in the year of our Lord 2025. But, you know, at least we as Marvel fans, I'm using the we to make me feel more inclusive, we're eating good this year, you know, more or less, because like Fantastic Four, among other ones, Fantastic Four, you got Captain America, and Thunderbolts are the three that I think are going to be decent. You know, I don't think anyone really has faith in Captain America. But I am easily pleased and overly optimistic. So, I mean, mainly the one I'm focused on is just the Fantastic Four, though. This one looks so stylish and so, like, just not like your typical MCU film. It takes, I wouldn't even say risk, it just takes artistic liberties, which is crazy for a film set in the MCU, which is, you know, the definition of everything needs to be basically the same, so we don't alienate audiences. So, I mean, just like look at this shit, you know. And I don't know, I love it. I love the art too. I just love like the city skyline is just so clearly different. You got like the Space Needle in New York. You got two space needles. That's crazy. I love how like Space Needle just means future. You know, it's like Space Needles, and it's somewhere else in this trailer. The two things, it's like if you want to imply future, but not like dystopian future, like a fancy, nice looking future, it's Space Needles and hold on, where is it? I know, just don't look down there if you don't want to spoil the trailer for yourself. You've already seen it. Am I blind? There's a part that I'm looking for, and it would have been a lot snappier if I just went to it. But I'm blind, and it's fine. It's okay. Okay, whatever. But yeah, monorails. Fucking monorails are forever and are like everywhere. They're just like the subway system, but it's just monorails. So you just plop a Space Needle and you plop a monorail in your city, boom, retro-futuristic. There's your aesthetic.
Welcome to the Baxter Building.
We make a point to do family dinner every week. Sunday at 7, on the dot, no matter what.
I've also seen something pointed out. I've seen something pointed out by one delusional crackhead on the Marvel subreddit, right? And I noticed it, and I can't unsee it, right? Whenever Sue Storm gets cut to over here, right?
Welcome to the
Not
Baxter
here.
Building.
We make a
But
point
whenever
to do family dinner every
it cuts here, also Pedro Pascal. He wasn't my first choice for Reed. I wouldn't expect it, but I mean, he's Pedro Pascal, so he's gonna do well. I also love the set design, just like this. What was the 70s, 50s, some of the E's. One of the decades, whatever decade it is, it's a cool one. But the thing that Reddit pointed out to me that made me not look at it the same, because it basically gave me their delusionalism, their delusions of just like theory, speculation. They said, look at how Sue Storm is walking here. They said it looks like she's walking with a baby bump, but it got edited out for the trailer, because part of the plot of the movie might be revolving around Franklin Richards, which may or may not be the child of the Fantastic Four. I don't know.
every week.
But now I watch this trailer now, and I look at Sue Storm, and I'm like, that's not a normal walk. That's a pregnant walk. That's a pregnant walk. And now I'm like, I sound like a crazy person. You would never, no one would look at somebody and say that.
Sunday at 7, on the dot, no matter what.
But do you see what I mean, though? Like, ever since I heard that, I'm like, it does kind of look like she's walking with a belly. You know, it's like, she walks belly first.
Point
almost,
to do family
you know?
dinner every week. Sunday at 7, on the dot, no matter what.
I'm just going to put that out there. I'm going to put that earworm out there, you know? Just please join the brain rot with me so I don't feel like I'm a lone crazy person. Crazy people with fellow crazy people is just called a friend group. Ugh.
We're all here.
We're all here as a family. Yeah, I love the widening aspect ratio.
Herbie,
Sucker
how's that
for it.
sauce coming?
I'm a fan of how that thing looks. Took me a second to get used to it, but after a while, I've looked at this trailer a million times. I like it
Yeah, I'll
now.
be the judge of that. Okay. Okay. Is this guy good or what?
Hell yeah.
I want to add a couple cloves of garlic. Not because it's not delicious. I just want to add a little bit of zip. Okay.
Sure. Not because it's not delicious. Yeah, just tell him as it is, okay? It's a harsh world out there. Even in this retro-futuristic world, tell Herbie how it is. Don't baby him like that. It fucking sucked, and you need to be a better cook. That was a weird bit. But yeah, I don't know. I like it. The only thing that gets me is the voice, because it feels like his voice should be deeper, you know? But I have seen things that he's a fleshy boy. He's got flesh everywhere in his organs and shit, but his exterior layer is rock. But I still feel like that would affect the tonality of the voice coming out of the rock. But, you know, I'm only a scientist. And, you know, since realism is being thrown out the fucking door, I guess, just want a realistic Fantastic Four movie. Oh, wait, they tried that. And it had Miles Teller in it. Do you think Miles Teller is going to be in the Council of Reeds? I hope so. I've heard things of like, if they're ever going to do a Maker, an evil version of Reed Richards, please have it be Miles Teller. I love a chalkboard too. I wouldn't do the reaction thing, but like, I fucking love it, man.
You couldn't turn invisible. Ben wasn't a rock.
The trench coat look looks so good too.
Best looking, he means.
It's so comic accurate.
Johnny never caught fire.
I love Joseph Quinn. There's just so... This movie, I just have a gut feeling. I have a gut feeling it's going to be good. I love the choice for the powers too. Because, I mean, I think every... I mean, like, I just think back... I've only looked at Fan Four Stick recently. That's the only image I have in my mind for the Fantastic Four in the movies. So it's like her powers are just like blue energy, you know? This looks so cool. Like light refraction and shit. This is such a cool way to display the power.
Hi.
And I am right
That
here.
looks so cool.
Whatever
That looks so
lies
cool
throws
too.
us,
The visuals are so strong.
face it together.
All of the visuals. Also, do we think that's an incursion? Could be.
We'll face it together.
Oh boy. Fantastic car. Flying looks sick. I don't know what it is, but that shot of the thing running is so satisfying. Just a dong 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 dong, and he's running, and it looks. That's where he looks the best to me. That looks like the thing, and it looks so correct, you know. Nope, not that. That. Ah! I don't know what the fuck John Malkovich is doing here, though. I have no idea.
As a family.
Yeah, they said the word. Also, one last thing about the Fantastic Four trailer. Can we talk about how the theme song is people just a choir just going, Fantastic Four? Because that's exactly what it is. Is that intentional?
As a family.
You know what I mean? They just go, I mean, it's a banger, right? It was sick, but like, I just would love to be in, I mean, do they go in the writing room? Do they go in the studio to write this shit? Like, just chilling with John Williams, just like, what if you just got a bunch of people to just sing Fantastic Four? Yeah, that'd be sick. Fantastic Four! You know what I mean? It's a choice. It's a choice. July 25th. That's hype. How far away? My voice is going. Stream's gonna end soon. How far away is that though? That's gotta be February. It's February. I was like, why did I check? It's just February, March, April, May, June, July. 5 months. 5 months. Captain America is this month. Like, we're getting these soon. And one reason why I feel like I'm kind of getting back into the MCU almost involuntarily too is it feels like for the first time in so long the MCU is moving again, you know, if that's a way to put it, right? Like, it feels like something's going to happen in Captain America that is like going to inform some major, you know, larger thing, you know? So give a reason for it to be an MCU instead of just have it be solo films that have characters that show up sometimes. Like, it's cool to have that as well, but it felt like nothing was like, it felt like there was nothing progressing. We were just stuck in a status quo. So there was no point to having movies because every individual movie was so individual and in its own little world, even if it wasn't this connected thing. I don't know. Why am I giving a sermon? I don't know. Here, welcome to my TED Talk. Amen. The Church of Marvel. But yeah, I mean, I don't think I've even seen things for Captain America or Thunderbolts. Like, I haven't seen a single trailer. Normally I don't watch trailers, but I'm kind of at a fuck it point with the MCU of kind of like, we've waited like 5 years and we don't know a lot of these things that have like, oh, there's a giant celestial just like hanging out of the, if I'm ranting. But yeah, it's like there's just been a giant celestial with his ass hanging out of the earth for the past 3 years. You know, it's like there's been a multiverse something happening for the past like 10. But it's like Kang was here and then he's gone. And then, you know, Doom was announced and then we haven't seen anything about it. And it's like, just want forward motion. And it's like, we felt like we've been at least going stagnant. And then at some points moving backwards, right? Where it's like, there's a few shining lights. Like Loki, as a TV show, great. WandaVision was alright. Agatha All Along was fun. You know, we had fun sometimes. There were good things. There's nothing that I feel like these movies are going to be. You know, if they're not amazing, they're at least big events. And I don't know. I haven't seen anything for Captain America. I know genuinely jack shit. So like, I want to see. You know, even if this one is probably the one that has like the least high regard for, in like the general consensus. But I'm curious. Because this was the guy from, again, this is like having like a lot of stuff happened. Like, you know, TV shows came out that I have to remember these characters from, but like nothing happened in them, you know? So it's like this guy was from Winter Soldier and Captain Falcon and in the Falcon Punch, right? Yeah, that one. The Winter Soldier and Captain Falcon Punch. This one, yeah. He was like an old Captain America that was like put on the DL. It's probably a bad way to describe his plotline. It was, you know, he had horrible things done to him. But basically that.
You asked for me.
I know nothing about that. Also, I love Anthony Mackie. Can we just say that? He's so fucking cool.
You want to help me? Is there anything you remember?
That's a painful voice. I mean, my mind's thinking about it because my voice kind of hurts right now. Can you help me? I mean, maybe I can call a throat doctor, but that might be insensitive. He might have a throat thing. I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States, Thaddeus Ross.
I forgot. He just straight up is the president. Kill the president. Kill the president. Does Captain America kill the president?
Whatever this is, Cap.
In the movie, in the Marvel universe, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe is what happens. And that's why I'm cheering for it, because he's a bad guy in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That's what I said, and that's what the transcript is. So you gotta take it that way.
Careful.
Yeah, I'm being careful. I'm checking my dots.
What do we know?
There were 5 shooters.
Mm.
This was a coordinated terrorist attack, sir.
Artsy.
I was a wartime general.
This one seems very intense. Very, very war-y. Very, gun, explosion.
Watch yourself.
I mean, it's Captain
You're
America.
not
That kind of
Steve
all right.
Rogers. You're right. I'm not. Wait for it.
I don't give a shit about the physics of the situation. Every time he flies, I'm on board. That was the best part of the Falcon and Winter Soldier series. Every time he flew, I was like, that's so cool. Oh,
Nothing about this feels right.
Captain America.
that is him.
Never to ask yourself, who's playing who?
I don't know what's happening. That's one thing. I have no idea what the plot is, or like even like a vague illusion. I just have, there are bad guys.
Been pulling the strings on everything.
You're under arrest.
That's all I'm really getting from this, and they might be the president.
I can't control.
There are bad guys, and they might be the president. I'm just saying that's the theme of the movie.
Caught without his wings.
Oh, Giancarlo Despacito is in this?
Blindly execute the state's orders.
Okay, that's kind of high. I had no idea.
What if this is a trap?
You don't even know what this is.
Uh-huh. Red guy. I mean, who doesn't know about this? It would have been a cool secret, right? I haven't even seen the trailers. I know this is happening because this is on every photo of everything this movie has to say.
You want me?
I kind of want to see how this changes like a status quo. Because like this is, see, he's fighting the president. He is currently fighting the president. Captain America wants to, okay. I'm done with that bit. But, yeah, again, I really don't, okay, maybe I liked it more in concept. It doesn't look bad. It just looks like an action film.
Anti-hero
What?
is a concept.
Namor was a better Black Adam than Black Adam. I didn't see either of those films, but subscribe to the NFV movies. He's cool. But yeah, Thunderbolts is another one. I don't know. I've kind of know this one's just action comedy, but like it's a ragtag team of people I kind of like. You know, I do place this one over Captain America. He's definitely the one I'm least okay with. I haven't seen this though. We'll watch it too.
I click leave on porch.
Yeah, it's fucking Hopper. I love Hopper. God, I forget Stranger Things still an ongoing franchise. That show gets sadder every time. I didn't mean to click a number. Is Stranger Things coming out in 2025? Is that another thing I can add to this list? Confirmed 2025 release. So again, they confirmed it about a day ago. Yeah, showrunners confirmed it about 24 hours ago. I'm a reporter. Look at me go. Oh, I'm a reporter. I'm reporting the news as it's happening. So that's another thing to add to the list. Stranger Things Season 5. Again, I don't think it's good anymore. But I think it will be watched. Because, let's be real. Aren't you a little bit curious? Don't you want to know how it ends? Because it's been just here. It's one of those things that it's like, I will consider it as a figment or as a staple of pop culture, only in the fact that it's been here. It's just been around in media. You know, it's just been around. And it's still here. And it's still relevant to a degree. Millie Bobby Brown is still out there. But yeah, that's another thing to add to the list. 2025 things to quote unquote look forward to, I guess, right? Again, it's like I do look forward to that. Because I'm gonna watch it because I'm interested, and we borrow my mom's friend's Netflix account, so I don't pay for it. So, you know, at the very least it'll be put on in the background while I work on something. Because I'm too fucking curious. And I started watching that when I was a kid, and it was actually good. That's how they get you. That's how they get you. Just take a few years for a hiatus. What was this again?
It's me, open up.
Funny buddy cop action film. The cop's your Russian dad. Very dark.
Elena!
Hi, Dad.
Yeah.
Sorry about the wait. It was on important call. Highly classified. Lot of work. Many irons in fire.
You feel fulfilled?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so full. So
Oh, look at that. Look at that look in his eyes. That's the definition of a liar, and I respect the shit out of it.
But why do you ask this? What brings
Is this about superheroes feeling fulfilled? Is that the theme? All these people who are anti-heroes?
There's something wrong with me.
Yep. Is that the theme? I'm killing people and I don't know why anymore.
Drifting.
Yeah, just like that guy.
And I don't have
Just like that guy. He has a kid now? Did he have a kid before?
Throwing myself into work was the answer.
See, I don't know. I just like these characters. I'm a fan of all of these people. They're always just kind of have been around and never really had their time to shine. Because I liked Yelena from Black Widow. She was cool. Woo! It's the bad Captain America. He used guns. So cool. It's just like, remember that guy? Remember that guy? Remember that guy? It's cool. Like, that's cool.
Oh no.
And I'm very excited for this character. The Sentry. If you don't know who the Sentry is, he's cool.
Are you?
I'm excited to see how they'll do him in the MCU. I'm excited. I like to see how it's done. You know, even if it's not done well, there's some entertainment to be found in how it is done. Stop doing that.
Who sent you, Bob?
Hey, Bob.
You were all sent?
Uh-oh.
Everyone here has done bad things. Shadow ops. Robbing government labs.
Yeah, we're all morally ambiguous. We're morally ambiguous and kind of sad.
Once has gone. What the hell?
Are we getting any indication on what more is going on?
We're brought up with this belief
That there are good guys and there are bad guys.
What's the plan?
Did he fucking wait a second. Whoa, it's dishwasher safe? It's dishwasher safe? There's no fucking way. I want one. I want one now. Also, bullet holes, no bullets in the skin. It's Superman.
And there are bad guys.
Where is it? Come on. Careful. Fucking hell, man. It's dishwasher safe, guys. That's crazy.
What's the plan?
I really love how he can just Lego on his arm. Every time he does it, I imagine like the Lego snapping sound, you know, fucking, you know what I mean? Just fucking, you know, just fucking.
Bad guys.
What's the plan?
I was going to like do the sound over the top of when it happened, and I was like sitting there waiting for it to happen, and my brain completely missed when it happened. I was like still sitting here waiting. Okay.
Could get messy.
Ew, he smushed him. Ooh.
But eventually.
Can't wait to see Bucky be fucking brutal again. That's another thing I've missed.
There are bad guys. And there are worse guys.
Haha, a lot of people,
else.
small elevator. A lot of people, small elevator.
So adorable.
Thunderbolt. What does the asterisk mean?
Don't worry, she's bulletproof. What happened to bulletproof? It's bulletproof-ish.
Haha, banter.
Is that Bucky?
Explosions.
That's not good.
Bucky bad guy? Bucky bad guy? Huh. I don't know. I just think that's gonna be interesting. I think that's a blank slate. You know? I don't think there's really any ties to anything that they have to do with these characters, but they could really just kind of play with their action figures however way they want, which is kind of like, when you boil it down, the essence of what Marvel is when it's good, you know, is it wants you to invoke that same feeling of when you just had a bunch of disconnected action figures from like your big bin of toys, and you're like, holy shit, it's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, better call in Iron Man and Jesus. Oh, this went to the nativity scene. I'm gonna put that back now. But you know what I mean. Like, I feel like this one has that. Like, Captain America feels like it gets really muddied. It feels like it's getting kind of muddied in what it's supposed to be saying, which is like, obviously it's supposed to be saying something, but it's just like, I feel like it would be easier to agree. You know, I feel like that's the big disconnect, because it's like Marvel can do shitty like key jingling Subway Surfers like action, right? That's what they're known for. But like, they just had like what, like 5 billion rewrites for Captain America. Feels like they're very boiled, like very stuck on but wait, this Captain America, you know, and it's like, I feel like the message is pretty clear. There's a pretty clear message. I think a thing they fucked up. I think there's a controversy about the film too that they refused to fix, which is something they fucked up, but I don't really know anything about it. I don't know. Less excited about it. Honestly, watching the trailer kind of got me less hyped than I was before. But then there's the obvious one. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not gonna watch the trailer. I'm gonna watch the trailer for Superman. I didn't want to watch every single one of these, but I'm so curious. Because this Superman trailer looks so fucking good. And I didn't like Man of Steel. But I don't know. I have faith in James Gunn, because if he just does what he did with Guardians of the Galaxy 1, while, you know, staying faithful to the source material while also doing his own kind of thing, because he very much is stubborn and I'm gonna do my James Gunn thing, to benefit or detriment of whatever the hell I'm working on, you know? But I think it works so much more for the DCU and Superman in particular, because the Guardians felt like an MCU outlier because of James Gunn, whereas the DCU feels like it's about to be at least its own thing, you know, not just Marvel but DC. Oh, and the tune. The guitar! The guitar! I've never understood making love to a guitar until now, because this man is fucking making sex noises with this goddamn 6-string instrument! And now he's whistling for a dog! This one just... I don't know what it is. Like, I'm not that big of a Superman guy. I didn't really care about Superman. Like I did. He's cool. I like Superman. He's my favorite, probably my favorite DC. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It goes back and forth. Depends on who's writing them. But this just hits. This just hits. It just hits. Holy fuck, he's so bald too. He's so bald. I know I'm one to talk. I have experience partially, but fuck! He's so bald, and I bet it pisses him off so much to play Lex Luthor to the point he needs to be. Man's just a professional hater. That's all Lex Luthor is. He's like, I hate this one individual being to such a degree that I will level cities. I will discover technological advancements beyond anything human civilization is capable of within the next several fucking centuries, simply to settle my beef with this single man who isn't even from the goddamn same planet as me. And the reason why he keeps winning our beef is because he's a literal plot hole. He is a literal person designed to circumvent plot lines, to be an invincible superhero that wins no matter what happens, as a physical embodiment of the undying spirit of the human existence. And yet I still try to stoke the flames of our beef. And it's like, I love that as a character. Because he has no reason to try this hard. He has no reason to give a shit as much as he do. And he has no reason to fucking hate as much as he does. But I love him. Oh. Oh my god. There were tears the first time I watched this. Like, I'm sorry. I am an involuntary crier when it comes to shit. I mean, it's... specifically designed to be like, oh shit, we're cooking. Oh, so good, man. The music is just too good. The music is what sells it. If it wasn't for the music, it would have been less impactful. If it wasn't for the music, it would have been less impactful. I mean, it still would have been really fucking good, right? But like, holy shit. I think that might be... It's this or Fantastic Four as to what my number one for 2025 is. I'm going to be honest. Because I'm fucking comics pilled. What can I say? But yeah, that's all like the real heavy hitters. But, you know, we got some other options here. I kept a list, like I said, of things to look forward to in 2025. You know, light in the darkness. I noticed Five Nights at Freddy's 2 was coming out. Oh, and I'm not gonna lie. The first one, being a man who's kind of purged from his Five Nights at Freddy's, I wouldn't say addiction. I was never addicted to it, but I did really enjoy the franchise. I realized how much of that was solely because of Matt Pat when he, you know, retired. But I don't really like it as much anymore. But this movie still, it was kind of hilarious. But like, to be able to see Freddy the Fazbear on the television screen, on the silver screen itself, it was pretty nice. And I haven't seen this trailer. I didn't even know this was a thing. And apparently it's coming out in 2025. So add that shit to your list. Whether you love it or hate it, it's a fucking Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Go see Freddy Fazbear. I have no idea what it's going to be about either. Is it continuing the same story? I would think so, right? I don't know how they're going to... Is it going to be like game too? Oh, I'm so curious. Slurp.
I still can't sleep. I keep having this reoccurring dream. Well, more like a nightmare. It's like someone's trying to reach out to me.
Oh,
I had the same
the
dream,
puppet.
and it always ends with the same sound.
A whistle.
My name is Agent Emily. I'm with the FBI.
I'm
Ladies
actually
and gentlemen, the FNAF Movie 2 hype...
What? Who is that? Is that...
train is coming along pretty nicely. We've just gotten our very first look at the
Oh, wait.
movie version.
Oh, fuck. This isn't the actual trailer. Oh, this is a YouTube video. Oh, my God. Jesus Christ. It starts the teaser after this. Okay, I got so confused. I thought that was part of the movie trailer, and I was like, what? Is there a YouTuber in this? Why would you do that? Okay, it's weird. Okay. Start the trailer now.
We've just gotten our very...
Oh, no. Is it analyzing the teaser? Oh, is it teaser? Wait, no. Show me the actual teaser. Okay, well, let's fucking look for it, I guess. I thought that was it. It says official Oh, I just was blind. I saw FNAF Movie 2 official teaser. Sick. Click. Reaction/analysis. Ah! Is it not out? Oh, it is out. Come on, man. No. Is it the same video?
Can't sleep.
It's the same video. No. It's the same video. Oh, I got double bamboozled. Because that's the same video. I clicked that one first and was wrong. I see. I got double bamboozled. First, this has got to be it, right? Blumhouse. That's the people that make it. Yes, this is it. This is officially it. I didn't like the children screaming at me, but I think this is it.
Will Willy Winky rush through the town, upstairs and downstairs?
Hello?
Hello and welcome to your new summer job.
This is not real. Right?
Freddy Fazbear's Pizza.
This is fake.
I start to have some terrible
No,
visions.
it's not fake.
You haven't slept at all? What's going on there?
I don't know. I'm confused. I'm trying to find out because this looks official, right? But I don't know. But part of me is just like I'm not convinced. Yeah, badly crop screenshots, AI images, and Willy Wonderland's clip. Okay, this is fake. Was I bamboozled? Was I bamboozled by Google? Does this not actually exist? Does a trailer not actually exist at least? Maybe it was confirmed. Maybe it was confirmed for... I got bamboozled. I got lied to by the internet. Well, we can look at the reaction analysis.
We just got our first look at the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie. And in this video, we're going to break down this teaser and talk about it. We still
Where's
have
the
over a
teaser?
week left until this movie comes out. And we are...
I feel like I'm going crazy. Because there are reaction videos to the teaser. But I think this is all bullshit. I don't know. I don't know how much of it is a bit and how much of it is just fucking up. But, I don't know. Lightning round. Severance Season 2 is coming out right now and is really fucking good. Go watch Severance if you haven't. I know it's Apple TV, but there's a way to pirate it, I'm sure. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is actually a sequel to a really good game. Game 1, I own the first one and probably not going to buy the second one for a while because it's a full price game. So I might play the first one on stream at some point. There's a Pokemon game, apparently. It's supposed to come out this year. I had no idea. But this is all it says on the actual Nintendo page. The new series will come out in 2025 on the Switch. It'll be a complete new adventure set entirely within Lumio City, a city where redevelopment is in progress with the goal of being a place where humans and Pokemon can coexist. It's a Legends game, right? But this means it's not a mainline game, but it could be... No, it's Legends games are the ones that have like experimental like stuff, you know? Different from mainline games. I have seen this. It just doesn't show any gameplay. I forgot about that. There's just no gameplay. It's just concepts. It's literally just architectural markups of what the city you're gonna play in is, basically. And like it turns all technological and fancy. There's really nothing. Yeah. And then we go into the Tron world. And now we're all this is just a Tron Pokemon crossover. That's all we're getting this year. But you know, I haven't heard really any fanfare about this. So I don't know. Obviously I'm very skeptical with recent Pokemon games. Scarlet and Violet wasn't great. But, you know, Sword and Shield was alright. I still think I'll forever remain optimistic. Let's be real. For the rest of my life, I will see a Pokemon game's coming out and be like, wait, maybe it'll be good. Hold on, maybe they'll rejuvenate the franchise for me. But I think most of it's dependent upon, I played the main games when I was a child, and they were more fun then because I was a child and not because they're better. But all that said, the graphics are still shit. Because your graphics can be amazing when you do everything pixelated. Wait, that's not all. There's something else to this. There is actually a reveal. So this is the city. Lumio City. Wow. So it's like, Pokemon live together with people, apparently. It's Detective Pikachu, or whatever. But this part, I do remember this. This part was hype. Z minus. Z A minus. That's what I do to my essays when there's a F. Just write A on top, and it works. But this part. That's kind of fucking hype. Mega Evolutions were the best thing the Pokemon series ever did, and I do not know why they just gave up on it. But we literally know nothing else about this, and it's coming out this year, so who knows? It might. I mean, it's single player. That's all we know. Action! Holy fuck, you got guns? No. Wicked 2 comes out this year. This was a movie I didn't think I would like that much. I've seen the original Wicked on Broadway, right? And like, not the original Wicked, right? But like, I've seen Wicked on Broadway, right? And it's like, that's not a flex, by the way. It was like a one-time thing that I'm never going to be able to do again because I had rich grandparents, and I'm now poor. But like, yeah, it was nice. And it was awesome. And I never really thought the movie could even come close to topping it. But it doesn't top it, by the way. It's just its own thing, and in its own kind of way was really fucking good. I just think it was too long and should have just been one like 3-hour movie, 3.5-hour movie, all you needed. But they wanted money, so I'll probably end up seeing this, and I liked the first one, begrudgingly even, you know. Switch 2's coming out, obviously. That's fucking kind of sick. But the main thing, I mean, it just looks like, I mean, this is the trailer, right? I mean, if you haven't seen it, this sums it up. You have the Switch. This is the Switch. One of the best-selling consoles of all time. It's bigger now. The Joy-Cons, look at that. It's bigger now. Yeah, it doesn't matter. But you know the Joy-Cons too? They're big enough now. They're bigger now. So they're bigger now. You know the screen? You know the screen? You know that? Well, it's bigger now. And you know the Joy-Con, okay, no. It's bigger and better. That's what I expected and what I wanted. But I do respect how much they are just leaning into the marketing of it's the same thing, but better and bigger. They're going the iPhone route, frankly. And it's a slippery slope. It's a slippery slope. But to be fair, this is what people were asking for. Same thing, but better. So more processing power, at least. Which they haven't released the specs, but I mean, come on, they're going to do that. One thing I didn't notice, though, was they did this part for the Joy-Cons, right? Also, can we talk about, they're very big, the Switch is very big on satisfying sounds. Like, if you want a sum up of what this, if they didn't release on any specs or any games or any reveals on this trailer, what did they do this trailer? Well, this is what they fucking did, right? They just did fucking... They just played a bunch of sounds. They just played a bunch of satisfying sounds to jingle keys in your ears while you watch the thing go woo. But I have a problem with a couple of the sounds they use. Like a lot of the sounds, like Switch has some of the best sound design I've ever heard of. Right? It's amazing. Like that's kind of nice. That's kind of nice. That's kind of. Yeah, I like it. I like it. It's satisfying. The only thing I don't like, this part makes me viscerally uncomfortable. Ugh. Do not use that sound. And then don't make a boner noise right afterwards. Don't make fucking like gooey sloshy noises and then like don't do that. I don't like that. I don't like that. But sorry, sidetracked. The main thing I tapped over this was there was one thing I noticed about the Joy-Cons. When they were doing this. You know, I thought they were just having fun. I thought they were just doing a little dance, having a little flourish, having some kooky times. But it turns out that shit's a mouse. You can use the Joy-Cons as a mouse. Like I feel like this just my brain doesn't compute this, right? Because it's like I have my Joy-Cons. Obviously, these are smaller and less effective because size does matter according to Nintendo. But right, you just have like your stuff, and Like, this just looks like it would make a horrible mouse, and it's going to be bigger, right? But not much bigger, right? It's still going to be thin, right? So I feel like it's just going to be like a, you know, just every time you just put any pressure on it, it's just going to like fall to the side because it's like, I don't know. It just doesn't feel good. Like I try to do it. I don't know. I'm trying it with this one. Okay, man. Maybe I'm going to eat my words here. This is the investigation you wanted. Okay. This is exactly what you wanted from Anpo streams. But fucking hold it like that. And like you use the pinching motion to keep it. It still kind of does just go wh. But for the most part, you have like a thumbstick, button 1, button 2. Yeah, because it just keeps flipping over. Obviously, these aren't made for that, right? They're going to be like probably better sliding. So maybe the grippiness of it, having it fall over is not going to be as bad. It's just thin. It's so thin. And they're not going to be like thicker, you know? I don't know. That's weird to me. I didn't notice that today. But as in general, Switch 2 coming out in 2025, pretty hyped. I think it's going to do a lot of cool stuff. Because I mean, already, let's be real. Having shit like Skyrim on the Switch, No Man's Sky on the Switch, already is like, those are some cool games you wouldn't really get handheld. I know, probably like Steam Deck, right? But I don't have one of those. Maybe I get one of those instead of a Switch 2. I don't know. We'll see which one's better. But yeah, that's that. And again, in the same vein as the FNAF movie, it is gonna come out this year. And I will say, it's probably gonna spawn some good memes. It'll be a thing that you have to watch, right? Because, I mean, you can't just not watch the Minecraft movie. You gotta be in. You gotta know. I have to know at least. I'm gonna watch this movie purely out of curiosity more than anything else. Anyways. That's 2025. But I have one more thing in 2025 that's gonna come out, which the game is you might not know about. Streets of Rogue 2 is coming out in 2025. It was supposed to come out in December of 2024. I've been watching this game for a while, but it fucking hasn't. But the second it comes out on Steam, I'm playing it. I've played the first one, Streets of Rogue 1, for so long, and it is one of my favorite games on Steam. Because it's just a stupid little roguelike that you could just kind of do whatever the hell you want. So I'm gonna just play this, and the second it comes out, I will say it. We're playing it on stream, because it's a very, like, this game works for stream, you know? Kind of game. But it's basically, you spawn in a generated map, and within that map you just have randomly generated quests, whether it be to kill someone, rob something, break something, and that's the first game too. I have no idea what the rest of this is. And you can pick your class, and there's like a bunch of different classes that can do a bunch of unique things, you know? So it's just kind of it gives you goals randomly, it gives you a map randomly, and you can choose from basically a random set of powers, and you accomplish the goals that were set randomly in a randomly set way of however you feel like it. And you just basically try and be cool. And this is the last one we'll watch. But this already looks so much better.
Streets of Rogue 2 is a high-octane RPG sandbox set in a vast, randomly generated open world. With this ambitious sequel, our goal is to create the
destructive
most
elements,
open-ended and fun sandbox experience ever.
Very sandbox.
And evolve the ultimate freedom of choice that made the original game a cult hit.
It's just a bear in traffic.
In Streets of Rogue 2,
maybe I want to be a bear in
mission is
traffic,
to
you know?
overthrow a corrupt president of a small country, either solo or with friends.
You know, I'm sensing a consistent theme through today's stream.
Via online co-op. How you reach your goal is completely up to you.
Hell yeah.
Assemble a mercenary army and plan a coup. Stage a zombie virus outbreak.
Yeah, see? It's just how
chill
whatever
out,
goes.
Build a farm.
There's
and
building?
totally ignore
and
the main
farming
quest.
in this?
Pick from a diverse roster of playable character classes, each with their own unique, weird traits.
Skill trees.
Take a look at these glorious bastards. Hacker, chef, cultist, wrestler, detective, ninja.
So
also,
cool.
Gorilla, werewolf,
What?
and investment banker, and many more.
See what I mean?
Sneaky.
So cool, dude.
Or go guns blazing.
I played the first one for so long.
Make others do
It's
your
something
dirty
you can
work.
just play for hours.
Get inventive and experiment.
I'll play the first
There
one on
are
stream at some point. I don't know
multiple
why I
ways to
haven't
complete
yet.
each mission.
I think I have at some point.
Wreak havoc with a vast
But now that I know this is on the line,
weapons,
like on the horizon.
gadgets and vehicles, machine guns, shrink rays, bear traps, check. Supercars
There's so
and
much.
speedboats, check. Boom
Check.
boxes, banana peels,
check.
Rat summoning ocarina, Necronomicon, check, I guess. The huge procedurally generated map of Streets of Rogue 2
So
features
much.
multiple beautiful biomes, bustling cities, serene countryside, mysterious caves,
what?
sunlit islands.
There's so much of a variation of
creepy
things too.
graveyards. Explore this lively world. Engage with its quirky inhabitants.
How long is this? Okay, we're almost done.
And
Okay, I was
write
like,
your
no,
own story.
Subway Surfers, I'm losing interest.
Streets of Rogue 2 is coming to Steam Early Access later this year. Add the game to your wish list.
This was a bag of fucking lies. Yeah, so I've known this has been coming out for a while, right? And I've been so hyped for it because the first one is one of my favorite games ever, right? But I'm like, I could play the first one on stream, but I've just been like, but this is supposed to come out. It was supposed to come out in December, and now it's February. But I will say, I meme it up. Take your fucking time. Make the game good, because I'm really excited about it. I actually want to look at this. Do I want to play a couple rounds of this? I mean, while we're here, I might take a break real quick, go to the bathroom real quick, and then we'll go back. I might 1 or 2 rounds of this. I won't go for too long, but my brain switched to the topic, right? And I think it was a good transition. The end of the 2025 list goes straight into the last entry, to the first version of the last entry, so we can build up more hype for the second game. Oh, it's like I planned it out or something.